and welcome to Vidanmeds, the book summary section. At Vidanmeds, we help you discover your purpose, unlock your potential, and live a meaningful life. We believe that every person has a unique gift to share with the world, and we are here to help you not only find it, but also nurture it into something extraordinary. One of the ways to do that is through self-development and self-transformation through reading, because reading is a cornerstone of personal growth and leadership development. And as leaders in our areas of gifting, we have a responsibility to nurture our minds and expand our perspectives. That is why we are dedicated to providing you with insightful summaries of books that can inspire, challenge, and guide you on your journey of self-discovery. We carefully curate and concisely present a detailed overview of the book, the key takeaways related to the book, recommendations, specific examples, and ways to apply the book's knowledge in real life, giving you a taste of their wisdom before you decide to invest your time and resources. I'm your host, Daniel, and I'm very passionate about helping people find their purpose and live their best lives. I'm a voracious reader who is always looking for new books that can help me grow, learn, and share my gift better to the world. So join me on this journey of personal growth and discovery. Let me guide you through the whole world of transformative literature, where you will find the tools and inspiration to unlock your true potential and make a positive impact on the world. Remember, leaders are readers, and we are here to help you become one. Today we unpack and demystify a life-changing book by Don Miguel Ruiz, and the book title is The Four Agreements. So today we are summarizing The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Now, this is the most detailed summary of the book that you can ever find on the internet, and the book will appeal to quite a number of people, including the following: individuals who are seeking personal growth and transformation. And why do I say so? Because the book's emphasis on self-awareness, personal responsibility, and living a more authentic life has attracted many individuals seeking to make a positive change in their lives. It will also appeal to people who are struggling with negative self-talk and limiting beliefs. And why do I say so also? This is because the book's teachings on the power of words and the importance of not taking things personally have helped many people overcome negative perceptions and develop a positive self-image. The book will also appeal to individuals who are seeking to improve their relationships. It will also appeal to those who are interested in ancient Toltec wisdom and spirituality. It will also appeal to individuals who are seeking practical tools for everyday life. Additionally, it is also a great summary to help you decide whether you should commit your resources to buying the book or stocking it in your home library. This synopsis of the Four Agreements has got you covered. So if you're interested in knowing more about this book, I ask you to walk with me through this journey. And before we dive deeper, let's check the first things first. So what are the contents of this synopsis? I'll give you the overview, the main overview of the book. I'll also give you some takeaways from the book. I'll also give you a summary of the chapter titles. Now, we've said that this is a very impactful book in your life, so I'll also give you some key takeaway lessons and ways you can apply the knowledge that you learn from this book in your real life, and many others that we shall cover in this summary. Let's begin with the main topic of the Four Agreements by Don Miguel. So the main topic of the book is personal transformation and achieving a life of peace, happiness, and love. So the whole of that book, it is all about personal transformation and achieving a life of peace, happiness, and love. It draws upon ancient Toltec wisdom to provide a practical guide for breaking free from self-limiting beliefs and creating a more fulfilling existence. The book outlines 4 key agreements that, when followed, can lead to a shift in perspective and behavior. Which are these 4 agreements that we shall talk about, or Don talks about in his book? So just to mention them, because we'll go through each of them deeper as we go on. So the 4 agreements are: be impeccable with your word. Number 2, don't take anything personally. Number 3, don't make assumptions. And number 4, always do your best. Now, we say that this book draws from the ancient Toltec wisdom. So what is Toltec wisdom? Maybe you might be asking, what do we mean when we say ancient Toltec wisdom? Toltec is Toltec, Toltec wisdom. So Toltec wisdom is a set of ancient teachings that originated in Mexico. It is based on the idea that humans have the potential to achieve great things if they can tap into their own inner power and wisdom. The Toltecs were an ancient civilization that lived in Mexico. They are known for their wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual practices. And Toltec wisdom is a collection of teachings that can help you live a happier and meaningful life. Just to illustrate, imagine you are like a computer and your thoughts, beliefs, and habits are like the programs that run on that computer. Just like a computer can get stuck in a loop or run outdated programs, we can get stuck in negative thinking patterns or hold on to limiting beliefs that prevent us from reaching our full potential. So, Toltec wisdom offers a set of guidelines for rebooting our minds and creating a more positive and fulfilling life. It's like having an instruction manual for upgrading your inner software. So that is what we mean when you talk of the Toltec wisdom. So I want to give you the 4 agreements that we talked about in detail now. So which are these 4 agreements once again? Let's begin with the first agreement. Be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. So what does this mean? Our words have a powerful impact on ourselves and others. When we speak with integrity and honesty, we create a positive energy and build trust. However, when we use our words to gossip, lie, or criticize, we can create negative energy and destroy trust. So the first agreement, be impeccable with your word, means to use our words carefully and wisely. It means to speak with truth and integrity and to avoid speaking negatively about ourselves or others. When we are impeccable with our word, we create a more peaceful and loving world for ourselves and for others. So that is all about the first agreement. It is about the choice of our words, the negative words and the positive words, and what we should always seek to use in our wording. So if you always use your words to gossip, to lie or criticize, or create negative energy, you destroy trust. When we speak with integrity and honesty, we create those positive energies and build trust. So that first agreement tells us to be careful and wise when we speak. When we speak, let's be careful and let's be wise. You'll always create trust and integrity when you choose words which are positive, which are not you do not lie, you do not gossip, and so on. So that is about the first agreement. Let's go now to the second agreement. And the second agreement says, do not take anything personally. Now, one of the biggest causes of suffering is taking things too personal. When we take something personal, we believe that it is about us, and we feel hurt, offended, or angry. However, in reality, most things are not about us. You will agree with me. Most of the things are not about us. People are usually focused on their own problems and issues, and their words and actions are not necessarily a reflection of our worth. So the second agreement, which we says do not take anything personally, means to let go of the need to take things too personal. It means to remember that everyone is acting from their own level of awareness and understanding, and that their behavior is not necessarily a reflection of our own worth. When we don't take things personally, we free ourselves from unnecessary pain and suffering. So never take things personally. Always understand that we are all. It is another person's behavior does not really reflect you. It is not. It is not your responsibility. They are doing it on their own. So don't take it too personal. Don't feel don't feel bad that maybe your children are doing something wrong, or your spouse is doing something wrong, or maybe your siblings are doing something wrong. Don't say it is all your responsibility. Don't take it so personal. It does not have to affect your self-worth. When you get rid of that stuckness, you will find yourself living free from pain, unnecessary pain and suffering. Let's go now to the third agreement. Do not make assumptions. Now, assumptions are often based on fear and insecurity. When we make assumptions, we are basically making up a story in our heads about what is happening or what something or someone else is thinking. This can lead to a misunderstanding, conflict, and hurt your feelings. So this third agreement, do not make assumptions, means to ask for clarification before jumping to conclusions. It means to communicate openly and honestly with others and to avoid making assumptions based on fear or insecurity. When we do not make assumptions, we create more trust and understanding in our relationships. Now let's go to the fourth agreement. The fourth agreement, remember it says always do your best. Always do your best. So our best will vary from day to day depending on our circumstances and our energy levels. However, it is important to always strive to do our best no matter what. When we do our best, we can feel good about ourselves even if we do not achieve our goals. So the fourth agreement, always do your best, means to give our best effort in everything that we do. It means to show up for ourselves and for others and to never give up on our dreams. When we always do our best, we create a life of fulfillment and purpose. So that is a detailed analysis of the 4 agreements that Don presents in this book. Very, very quick. The first agreement was be impeccable with your word. Choose your words wisely. They can create integrity and honesty, or your words can destroy trust and can also destroy your reputation. We also talked of the second agreement, whereby you said that you should not take anything personally. Another person's behaviors, activities, or maybe what they do should not always affect you. It is not always about your direct responsibility. If you avoid taking things personally, you'll free yourself from unnecessary pain and suffering that comes along. Do not always make assumptions. Always seek for clarification. We said so before you jump into any conclusion. Do not conclude because your words can be used against you. Do not be so rushy into making conclusions before maybe you've sought for more clarification. So if we do not make assumptions, we create more trust and understanding in ourselves. It is always better to keep quiet and not say anything if you are not sure. People will trust you more than when you talk of things which are not true, when you've not sought clarification, when you said so out of fear. Now you will create mistrust and lack of integrity. And the fourth agreement, we say that we should always do our best. Our best will always vary from day to day depending on our circumstances and our energy levels. We've been encouraged to always do our best to create a life of fulfillment and purpose that we need in our lives. So those are the 4 agreements that you will find in the book, and I've tried to summarize them for you in an easy and better way. Remember, we are bringing you this from vidandmeds.com, the book summary section. It is our work to help you get a better grip of the insights from these books before you commit your resources, your time, and your money. Let's now go to the key ideas and arguments presented in the book. I have several of them, several key ideas, around 10, let's say 10 of them, that are presented in this book that maybe I need you to get a grip on also. The first one is the personal responsibility. The book emphasizes that we are responsible for our own thoughts, feelings, and actions. We have the power to choose how we respond to situations rather than being victims of circumstance. By taking ownership of our lives, we can break free from self-limiting beliefs and create the reality we desire. So that is one of the key ideas presented, taking personal responsibility of your life. Number 2 is self-awareness. The importance of understanding ourselves is a central theme in the 4 Agreements book. By cultivating self-awareness, we can recognize our self-limiting beliefs and patterns of behavior that hold us back. This awareness empowers us to make conscious choices that align with our values and our goals. You'll never know what is limiting you from achieving your full potential or achieving what you desire in life if you are not aware of yourself. Always you have to know what is limiting you, what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths, and learn how you can overcome them. Now, when you go to another key idea is the non-attachment. The book teaches us to let go of the need to control external factors and opinions of others. Detaching yourself from these external influences allows you to find inner peace and avoid unnecessary emotional suffering. We can focus our energy on what we can control, namely our own thoughts, feelings, and our actions. So we should not always get attached to everything, the external circumstances. Another key idea that is presented in the book is integrity. Living with integrity means aligning our words and our actions with our values. It requires honesty, kindness, and compassion in our interactions with ourselves and others. By acting with integrity, we build trust, strengthen relationships, and create a more fulfilling life. Another key idea is the power of words. Our words have an immediate power to shape our reality and influence the lives of others. When used with intention and integrity, they can build bridges, heal wounds, and inspire positive change. Conversely, careless or hurtful words can cause pain, misunderstandings, and a lot of conflicts. The power of words, remember, it is also in line with the first agreement that we talked about. Be impeaceable with your words. Another key idea presented is the perception. Your perception is your reality. Our perception of the world is not an objective reality, but a subjective interpretation based on our experiences, beliefs, and expectations. This understanding encourages us to be open-minded, consider different perspectives, and avoid making assumptions about others' intentions or motives. Not always make assumptions about others' intentions or motives. Another key idea presented is the personal growth as a journey, not a destination. So the process of personal transformation is an ongoing journey and requires continuous effort. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but with dedication and perseverance, we can move towards a more fulfilling and enlightened existence. Another second last theme presented or idea is the importance of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about condoning wrongdoing, but about releasing ourselves from the burden of resentment and bitterness. It allows us to move forward with peace and lightness rather than being chained to past hurts. Another last idea presented is living the present moment. The book encourages us to focus on the present moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. By being fully present, we can appreciate the beauty and richness of life as it unfolds, free from the distractions or regrets and anxieties. So that is quite a number of ideas which are presented. Those are just maybe the main ones. There are so many other ideas which are presented, and you can find them in the book by reading it personally. Remember, we all have different perspectives, and maybe the ideas that maybe I've seen here, maybe you might see others and many more. So as for me, those are the main ideas that stood out for me, which are presented in the book. Now let's now go to the summary of chapter titles and main sections of the book. Remember, the book, the main chunk, the big chunk of the book talks of those 4 agreements that we began by talking about in detail. So this chapter titles and main sections are summarized, and they may not be exactly as they appear in the book. Now, chapter 1 is the smoky mirror. This introduces the concept of the dream of the planet, a shared illusion of reality that limits our potential. This chapter describes the process of domestication by which we are conditioned to conform to societal expectations. This chapter also highlights the importance of breaking free from those self-limiting agreements to create a new reality. In chapter 2, we talked of the first agreement, being peaceable with your word. This chapter emphasizes on the power and impact of our words, both on ourselves and others. It also encourages using words with integrity, honesty, and kindness. It also warns us against gossip and the destructive use of language. In chapter 3, it talks of the second agreement, whereby it says, do not take anything personally. This chapter explains how others' opinions and actions are not reflections of our worth. It encourages detaching from personal attacks and criticisms, and it also emphasizes on the importance of self-acceptance and maintaining self-esteem. In chapter 4, the third agreement, do not make assumptions. This chapter highlights the dangers of making assumptions without clear evidence. It encourages seeking clarification and understanding before drawing conclusions. It also emphasizes on the importance of open communication and avoid misunderstandings. The fifth chapter, the fourth agreement, which says always do your best. It emphasizes on the importance of striving for personal excellence in every situation. It encourages that our best effort varies from day to day and situation to situation. It also encourages continuous improvement and personal growth. Now in chapter 6, the last chapter, is how we can break our old agreements. This chapter challenges or brings us into our understanding of how we can break from ingrained patterns and limiting beliefs, both from our nature and our nurture. It also provides practical strategies for dismantling old agreements and adopting new ones. It also encourages self-forgiveness and compassion in the process of personal transformation. Now, because of time, I want to go through very, very fast some key takeaways and conclusions that we can take from this book. Remember, this is part 1 of part 2, and I want us to finalize this part 1 with some key takeaways that we can take from the book. Number 1, take personal responsibility of your thoughts and feelings and your actions. We are not victims of our circumstances. We are the creators of our own reality, and our thoughts and beliefs shape our experiences, and by changing our thoughts, we can change our lives. We have the power to choose how we respond to situations, even when faced with challenges or adversity. Number 2, another takeaway is to understand and overcome your limiting beliefs. And in here, our limiting beliefs are the negative thoughts and assumptions that hold us back from achieving our full potential. By identifying and challenging these beliefs, we can begin to break free from the grip and create a more fulfilling life. And the third takeaway, detach from the opinions and actions of others. The opinions of others do not define our worth. We should not take them personally, as they are often based on their own unique perspectives and experiences. Letting go of the need for external validation allows us to find inner peace and self-acceptance. Takeaway number 4, live with integrity by aligning your words and actions with your values. Integrity means acting in accordance with our values, even when it is difficult. It requires honesty, kindness, and compassion in our interactions with others and ourselves. Living with integrity builds trust, strengthens relationships, and enhances self-esteem. Takeaway number 5, always strive for personal excellence in every situation. Personal excellence means giving our best effort in every area of our lives, whether it is our work, relationships, or personal growth. While our best will vary from day to day, the commitment to continuous improvement leads to a more fulfilling life. Now, takeaway number 6 is to practice self-awareness. Practice self-awareness to gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth and transformation. By observing our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, we can identify the patterns that holds us back and make conscious choices to change them. Mindfulness, introspection, and seeking feedback from trusted sources can all contribute to increased self-awareness. Takeaway number 7 is to embrace uncertainty and accept that you cannot control everything. Embrace uncertainty and accept that you cannot control everything. Trying to control everything leads to stress, anxiety, and a sense of powerlessness. Instead, focus on what you can control, namely your own thoughts, feelings, and your actions. Embrace uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and flexibility. Takeaway number 8, cultivate forgiveness and compassion for yourself and others. This is because forgiveness is not about condoning harmful actions, but about releasing yourself from the burden of resentment and anger. Compassion means understanding and accepting others' imperfections, including your own. Forgiveness and compassion promote healing, peace, and stronger relationships. Takeaway number 9, live in the present moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. The past is gone and the future is uncertain. The only moment we truly have is the present. By focusing our attention on the present, we can appreciate the beauty and richness of life, making mindful choices and experience greater joy and contentment. And lastly, embrace the journey of personal transformation and enjoy the process. So thanks for listening to part 1 of the 4 Agreements book summary by Don Miguel. I hope you found it informative and inspiring. If you did, I encourage you to check out part 2, where we'll go deeper into the author's insights and practical strategies. In part 2, we will explore some of the comparison of this book to others. I'll give you recommendations for other books, some intended readership, critical response of the book, and also give you practical examples and ways on how you can apply the knowledge that you've learned in real life starting today. So don't miss out on the rest of this valuable discussion. Subscribe and tune in for part 2, where we will continue to unlock the secrets of the 4 agreements and help you create a life of happiness and fulfillment. So until next time, keep reading and growing and evolving. You have the potential. You can achieve anything that you want in life. Bye bye for now.